Mary and Tom, we're here in the old Kilniner graveyard. What grave are we standing at here?
Standing at the grave of Thomas and Doherty Boland of Palace, and they were killed in 1798 on the 22nd of June. Their sons had went down to fighting in Escorty and they were left here at North Wexford. A lot of people were slaughtered because their family had went in Escorty, and the bloody Ashwoods killed them in the yard at home in Palace.
And who were the bloody Ashwoods?
The bloody Ashwoods were the Yeomen, actually. Yeah. Or a branch of them anyhow, that's how they were. Yeah.
And they went on a rampage after
1798.
Because Vinegar Hill was the 21st of June.
Yeah, well,
that's right, yeah, 21st of June, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Battle of Arklow was the 9th of June.
So these were killed on the 22nd of June.
Yeah.
And how were you related to them, Mary?
They're my 5th great-grandparents, 5th generation great-grandparents.
And what story were you told about them?
I was told that they were left at home. Most of the old people and the very young children were left at home. And there was many people killed, this is just one gravestone, but there was many other people in the locality was killed as well. Old people and children and women that were here. A lot of them were killed. If they didn't hide, they were gone.
Because their sons
they were gone away and they were left wide open.
And there were more relations you was buried here as well, aren't there?
Yeah,
Fannings, aren't there?
There's Fannings here, and at the same time around June 1798 there was one of the Fannings up here in the grave.
Do you want to show me the grave? Yeah.
Yeah, the grave is up here. Show me which grave is up this way, Tom.
Over here,
He's in the grave up here.
Sorry, Mary, what is it?
He's in one of the sons. There were 7 sons and 3 daughters, and they brought out the bloody Ashwoods and Hunter County group. They brought him out to be shot, and they shot one, and they were going to go through all 7 to get information. But a Smith man from Ask, he came up and he stopped him and he said they have nothing to do with 1798, with the rebellion, so they didn't kill any more of them. And they just shot the one anyway, and he's buried here.
What was his name?
His name was John.
John Fanning. How old was he, do you know?
I think he was 23.
And how was the story passed on to you? Who told you the story?
Well, the school teacher and then the family would have come down to the family generations. Again, he would have been about the 5th great uncle.
And again, when was he killed? Was it? Is there a date on the?
It was June as well in
June.
1798. I think it was 21st or 2nd of June as well.
Right, in the middle of it all.
Middle of it all as well. Yeah.
There are many 98 men buried here, Tom, aren't there?
Oh, there's dozens and dozens. Maybe even into hundreds. We don't know.
They came back from Arklow after the Battle of Arklow. There were many brought out here in the dark and just buried. There's no gravestones, nothing. They were just brought out here and buried as quick as possible.
And why were they buried in the dark?
Because they weren't allowed to bury them. They would have been slaughtered if they were caught doing it. It's just that it was after the Battle of Arklow they brought them out here.
So
another reason probably was burying him in the dark. If they were caught doing it in the daylight, the people who would bury him would probably be killed as well.
Yeah. Because the gravestones couldn't be put up till years after. They couldn't put up a gravestone for 1798 because the families would be targeted. So the gravestones were put up in years after. They wouldn't have been put up straight away. So any of the gravestones here mentioned 98 or anything to do with the battle would have been put up after.
And they were put up by the families who had the money to put them up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then there were probably loads of other men here there, and probably women as well, that were buried here with just a rock maybe.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
And they would have come from Enniscorthy or anywhere because they were fighting from Enniscorthy back up to Arklow. So you could have Enniscorthy people or anything buried here.
And was ever told where these other pikemen are buried?
Well, basically all around it, but a lot of them were in this area here where there's no...
Yeah, I think the most of them was born this...
Buried up in this
end of the
corner,
cemetery.
Most were buried up around this end of the cemetery.
Yeah.
And stories wise, like with the yeomanry, whatever. What was the name of the yeomanry again?
The bloody Ashwoods is one, and then there was Hunter County's mob, black mob as well.
The black mob were here as well, were they?
Yeah.
And they carried out retaliations for weeks and months and years afterwards, I'd
Oh
say.
yeah, years after.
Long
Yeah.
enough anyhow, yeah.
Long enough afterwards, yeah.
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 Call to your house at night and kill you in the bed of rain. Yeah. Yeah, they were really ruthless.
And there was probably nothing done to him.
Oh,
No,
no.
because they were the justice.
They were the law, that was it. They mightn't have been the law, but they were more
Right.
powerful than anybody else, so.
Time is a great thing though, lads, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. And stories get bigger.
But I suppose the memories remain though, don't they?
They are always there, yeah. And they go from generation to generation.